Hi.
So please, could you introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Piotr Komorowski. I'm in charge of pre-sales support in Airspan networks. So I'm responsible for the European, for UE, for the Middle East and Africa markets. So
Yeah,
that's
okay.
why I'm here to support you guys in this amazing show.
Are you based here in Dubai
Now I'm
or?
based in Poland, in Warsaw. We have an office there. We have a group of engineers who are responsible for the supporting of our customers. Uh, We have another offices in entire Europe, in the UK, for example. We have a R&D office. We have a pre-sales support as well, customer service support. So we are part of the European team.
Excellent. So tell me a little bit about Airspan. So what is your principal business? What do you guys do?
Okay, so our main business is focused on the small cell solution. Yeah, so we are RAN provider for the small cell deployments. Yeah, we are aiming traditional, let's say, customers like MNOs with our solution, but also our solution fits perfectly for the private networks, for the private deployments. So you can imagine the enterprise, the factory, the logistic, the transportation, the medical health, all this entire topic, which is under Industry 5, 4.0, we are here. Yeah, so we can provide a solution which is which we can provide you the capacity, the low latency, reliability, and what is important for such kind of market is that we can deploy and have the solution in a very quick way and easy way. Yeah? So we have such kind of algorithms like a plug and play, for example, which helps customers to have a solution like this.
So how do you see partnership between Boston and Airspan?
Okay, when we talk about the 5G solution, means that we need more and more computing, let's say, resources, which is pushed to the edge, right?
Right.
So in our solution, we have two approaches. Yeah, one of them is a VRAN, which means that you have a split it. Let's say you have to use some of the computing resources from our G Node B, which should be done on the servers, right? But also another approach is all-in-one solution means that you have an entire software stack in our radio. We still need some servers, some computing resources to provide a core, to host the core, to host our management platform. And in the private networks, it's quite important because in many cases you need such kind of servers on-prem, right?
Right.
So you need this computing sources in the customer premises.
So let's look at 5G from the scenario point of view. What would be the scenario that would put most demand on the entire network, especially in terms of compute? Would that be something like a video surveillance, or would that be something like a virtual reality slash augmented reality, or would be a combination of all of that?
According to the 3GPP standards, there are three directions. Yeah, one of them it's mobile broadband, right? So your focus is to provide as much capacity as possible. Yeah, so we are currently at this stage. Another one is like to provide this completely different scenario to provide a reliable and ultra low latency communication, right? And the third one, you connect a lot of devices. It's Internet of Things, right? IoT stuff. So it means that you need to have a lot of computing power to calculate all this data. So for all of these scenarios, you need more and more,
Compute
computing.
power,
Exactly.
compute power. And tell me about the storage in terms of computer storage, that is. So how do you see that in relation to 5G?
Well, we are the guys from the radio perspective. Here we are providing the transportation network,
Right, right,
transport pipe,
right.
let's say, from your the devices towards core. Yeah. So we are quite agnostic. Yes, what is the application layer sits on top
Right.
of it. So I cannot comment about the storage
No, that
itself.
is
Okay.
fine. Basically, the way I see it, with all these bandwidth heavy applications like a video surveillance, like a virtual reality, augmented reality, somehow I have feeling that fast storage will be very important in order not to introduce latency into the overall system.
Exactly.
Something like a fast NVMe storage, but also from what I can tell, there will be demand for the cold storage, regular hard drive, type of spinning hard drive, for the long-term storage of data collected, whether it being from IoT in general, all kind of sensors, so you can have some kind of historical overview how your entire network performs and how to optimize it in best possible way. What is the role of, or do you see role of AI in 5G? AI, but rather optimizing 5G network.
So it depends on the use case scenario, right? So depending on the well, we see when we talk with our customers, yeah, we see different type of requirements which are connected somehow with to the AI, yeah. But frankly speaking, we are at the very early stage, yeah,
Right.
from the communication perspective, yeah. Everyone is talking about the AI, yes, trying to do something, but I don't see
Yeah.
yet which is
Uh, from my research, I can see that companies like Nvidia, for example, they started heavily. They started to invest heavily into deployment of AI algorithms within a 5G network. And from what I can tell, they are really investing in something called near real-time RIC in order to optimize bandwidth of the network on one side, but also to reduce power consumption on the other side.
that's important
Yeah.
factor. Indeed.
So from what I can tell, I think that is about to just to grow more and more and more, because also I've noticed that telecommunication providers, they're not really, they would like to get more out of the current network, and they see that you by using AI, they can actually achieve more users, more bandwidth, less power consumption. So that's the kind of the way I see how things are going further down the road.
Agree.
Yeah, thank you. So, is there anything else you would like to mention about Airspan or 5G technology and future of the 5G technology? Oh, one question that comes to my mind: security. My understanding is that 5G networks, the main characteristic in terms of security is secure SIM card, meaning only vetted, registered SIM cards can enter the network. Is that correct?
Okay, so in terms of security, everything is well defined by the 3GPP standard, of course. Yes, when you look at the 5G network, there are several areas which are important to be secured. Yeah, first one it's a radio interface. This is the interface where we connect our CPEs devices to the base station. Yeah, so this is well defined ciphering integration algorithms by the standard. So we fully support it. Yes, and most of the vendors, I guess, yes, also. Another aspect is that once you reach the G node B, you need to somehow pass the traffic towards core, right? So there are also such kind of mechanisms like IPsec tunnels and so on to be sure that your traffic passes securely to the core network, because in many cases this traffic goes to the untrusted, let's say, environments. Yeah, you can imagine the enterprise which is connected to with the different divisions via internet, right? So this is something important. From this user perspective, for the SIM card perspective, this is something related to the core vendors. Yeah, once we reach the core part, 5G core, there are security algorithms which makes sure that the data is fully secure from the SIM cards perspective, right? So many areas to be covered here. Also, important to mention is that when you talk about the vRAN, Open RAN solution, means that you spread across the network your 5G functionalities. You need to interconnect them somehow. You have instead of backhaul connectivity, you have a front haul, you have a mid haul, and backhaul then. Yeah, so you need to remember about the security for this connection, let's say, sections, right? So this is also happening. Yeah, so we are fully aware of it and trying to implement this kind of mechanism to
So to
issues.
conclude this short interview, is it fair to say that 5G compared to Wi-Fi offers better security, better range, less base stations, let's call them like that, radio stations across a large site? Large site, would that be the like in a nutshell advantages of 5G compared to the Wi-Fi
Yeah.
infrastructure?
So let me comment on this way. So when we take of Wi-Fi and 5G, I wouldn't say that the 5G will push out the Wi-Fi and the vice versa. Yeah? But they need to coexistence, right? Because when you talk about the 5G solution, the important factors are the security, but also we have some security algorithms with Wi-Fi. It's true, yeah. But when you talk about the mobility, for example, when you have a that's something which is which is a key factor for the 5G 4G networks instead of Wi-Fi. Yeah, we have experience with the customers who are transferring from Wi-Fi to 5G or 4G because of the mobility issues. Yeah, that's the one thing. Another thing is what I wanted to mention is about the interferences. Yes, when you have a 5G network, you're using the licensed frequencies, which means that no one is messing your spectrum, right? With the Wi-Fi, it might be somehow sometimes tricky, right? It's
Right.
tend to, in terms of depending on the environment and the overall conditions. Yeah? So I would see the coexistence of these two worlds, yeah, to complete each other.
I see. Piotr, thanks very much.
Thank you very
You
much.
know,
It
really
was
pleasure
pleasure.
to have you here on a booth with us, and looking forward to further collaboration in the future. Thank
Pleasure.
you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Bye-bye.